Hey Aquarius, it's Evelyn. I'm going to pull some cards, so take a deep breath. Okay, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as the masculines, Venus, the feminines, Mars. Today is August 29th, 2020. The reading is for the first half of September, so now through the middle of the month of September 2020. And so for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and reality for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. All right, so for Aquarius, I've already pre-shuffled, so just a couple more here. This is the Gilded Tarot, and I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Mini as I usually do to clarify, and then we're going to pull an energy card at the end. All right, so for Aquarius, one more I'm feeling. All right, Aquarius, for the first half of September 2020. Aquarius, first half of September 2020. Aquariuses are making somebody wait. All right, first card out for you is the Magician. Okay, now he's not the friendliest of magicians, but he is upright. So the challenge is the Sun reversed. Foundation is the Ten of Cups upright. So the happy family, perhaps making some magic. The recent past is the Fool reverse. So somebody might have messed up or just lacking faith. Somebody could have fallen from grace though, or perhaps literally tripped up and fell. Now, in the now moment, the crowning position is the Four. I was just losing my voice for that too. That means someone's not speaking their truth there in the past. The Four of Pentacles, holding on, perhaps holding your cards close to your chest. And what's coming up for you guys is the World reversed. And you see yourself as the Two of Wands, perhaps choosing a path. And what's around you, or how others might see you, is the Queen of Swords reversed. So it's interesting because if this is you, people are seeing you as worse than you see you. So you may be overconfident, whereas most people are the other way around, which is kind of funny. The blocks here have to do with the Seven of Swords reversed. So maybe coming clean, you may be scared to come clean, You might be scared to come clean about something. Or it could just be cleaning up your act, cleaning up the house as well. And then we end up with the Page of Cups upright, which is a beautiful way to end the read. And the connection to what's left hanging in limbo at the end of the read is the Page of Pentacles. So you have two pages. It could be children, could be messages as well. And then what's left hanging in limbo for you, Aquarius, is the Six of Swords reversed. So we'll have to see why that is. And you will get another card. You just won't see it till the end, and it may be more than one. It usually is, depending on what that next card is. And yeah. Let's see here. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory on what's been going on up to this point. And let's see. There's no major arcana here, but there's a lot of swords. So we start out with the deck being the Hierophant reversed. Okay. That can be any kind of breaking away from the traditional or norm or societal norms. It can be a divorce, it can be a break of a contract, It can be being alternative or more spiritual. It can be a Taurus who's reversed energy. And then we go into the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords reversed, the Five of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords in the underlying energy. So this would be your official underlying energy, the Knight of Swords. And that's someone upright, at least that one's upright. We have someone working, perhaps into the night, but not necessarily overworking. Maybe you're working night hours or just you can't sleep, so you go to work. The Four of Swords, again, is the Four of Swords upright. So it is sleeping, but the eyes are open in this card. So you may not be sleeping, just lying awake in bed at night, focusing on your heart space. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which you may feel left, you may feel left for dead, right? No one caring about you. You may feel that way. There may be these three people, these dark birds here, who may have affected you or left you there with only Bambi to come rescue you, which could be a sweet child. This is the release, though. After going through this betrayal or pain or painful or ending that pain, there is a release from prison here, whether it's real or in your head. And then we have the Five of Wands reversed, the losing battle or after the fight, like no longer wanting to fight, but wanting to bring your truth or go back to the past with your truth here. So, and that could be someone else too. It doesn't have to be you. So just see who they are, but it is an air sign, so definitely could be Aquarius for sure. So the recent past is also the Fool reverse. So why do we have the Knight of Swords and the Fool reversed in line with each other and the happy family here? But that could be a happy ending. It could be the closure to an emotional cycle. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius. Why does Aquarius have the Knight of Swords? I just had to take a deep breath. As the underlying energy, they're uncomfortable in the situation. They may be needing to walk away and they're not, so they're uncomfortable in the energies. And this is needing to choose a path. And that could be you or the other person. One or the other has to choose a path. The King of Pentacles. Maybe you need to choose a path and they're not helping you because they want you to do it on your own as well. That could be coming up too. So he's the King of Pentacles, who's good. So if you have truth to say, he may be saying, well, that's your mission. If you want to do that, go ahead, but maybe I'm not. Could be the King of Pentacles doing that, but I'm getting not. The recent past with the Fool reversed. Why for Aquarius? Why does Aquarius have the Fool reversed? You could have Aries in your chart, and that's perhaps someone fighting and making someone cry, or an ongoing battle is keeping you up at night, stressed out, or purging. This can also be playing games or sports, but not, maybe you're playing a lot of sports or working out a lot to try to get yourself to sleep because you haven't been sleeping and you still can't sleep. And then we have the King of Swords reversed. So that could be, or maybe you feel like fighting for a cause isn't really worth it because you're not happy, you're not getting sleep. So obviously your system is upset with whatever you're doing. Suffering in silence, not speaking your truth. The King of Swords could be verbally abusive too. Maybe you feel you're just going through a lot of negative self-talk. Perhaps on a quest. Maybe you made a fool of yourself in front of someone and you keep kicking yourself in your head, over and over, and you can't sleep. The foundation here is the Ten of Cups upright. Why for Aquarius? Why is the Ten of Cups there in the foundation? We have the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles upright. And there's some kind of separation or heartbreak there. This could be issues getting along at work. It could be financial issues. It could also be third party through work. And then this is somebody moving on. This could be someone leaving or getting laid off, or there's definitely a separation here. But whatever it is, it's making somebody happy, or it's a conclusion to an emotional cycle that need to happen. There is justice. There could be a divorce here too. All right, so maybe the court clerk came, or the message came of a final, the final decree of the divorce. So why do we have Magician in the middle of your read? Well, we have the Ten of Wands upright and then the Six of Swords upright. So this is someone working really hard or perhaps resisting too. You know, it can be physical workouts, working really hard, but it also can be just bearing the weight of the world upon your shoulders, right? Carrying too much weight. It can be physical weight or carrying too much burden, too much responsibilities, working really hard. And this is like work hard, play hard, you know. I'm working really hard so I can get to this point and just rest or go somewhere on vacation. Or take somebody away with you, take a child. This also can be working hard, passing, you know, your kids back and forth between parents can come up as well. But the Magician's there, he's got all the tools to make things happen, but he's not happy about it. So he might be doing his thing, but it's like he's doing it to get done. He doesn't want to do it anymore. So he wants to give it a rest. This could be someone who wants to retire too. This is, you know, splitting from something or divide. This can be a lie, or need to cut through the BS, you know, needing for clarity in a situation, why you're not sleeping, or why you're connecting in sleep, why you can't retire, like why is God doing this to me? All right, so that's kind of that energy. And the challenge being, and that's whether it's you or someone around you. So we have the son of some. We have the sun upside down. It could be the son of somebody. But the sun is reversed, which can indicate an illness, or just strain, you know, physically, lack of energy. Can be feeling like you got burnt. Can be kids who are crazy, you know. So let's see why we have the sun reversed there for Aquarius. You're stressed. The Fool reversed again. All right, so perhaps feeling foolish for having defended yourself. Spending all that energy, a waste of energy to defend yourself when you don't need to. This also could be falling on your face in front of others, right? So here you are, perhaps you could even be talking to people in a speech and there's a lot of rebuttal to what you're talking about and feeling like you're making a fool of yourself in front of these people, whether it's family or at work or friends, whatever it is. But also could just be falling on your face literally, could be falling from grace or lacking faith in yourself. So that's draining, trying to stick up for yourself when you don't need to prove anything to anyone. If they don't like it, you have to let them go, but it may be hard for you to not be liked by someone, and that's your issue. All right, so we also have the Leo card here of the Strength, and then the Two of Cups. So there, you know, someone is trying to pacify someone else, helping them to be strong. And yeah, we kind of had that energy here too, of trying to walk somebody into something, but letting them do the work. Trying to be strong and stand up for yourself. Why do you have the Four of Pentacles in the crowning position? Why are you holding things in? Trying to keep your energy pure, trying not to get your heart broken, trying to keep peace of mind. You don't want to be involved. And this is not satisfied, unhappy, or not happy alone. And this could be a judgment that comes in. Like I said, it could be a divorce decree, any kind of settlement in court. It can be an announcement. It could be a wake-up call that you're trying to keep yourself happy, but you're not happy. So it may be a wake-up call that keeping your cards close to your chest isn't helping. This could be, there's a Scorpio and a Virgo energy that maybe need to come together, because there's a Two of Cups here too, over here. Trying to be strong in this connection. This could be two people, or this could be a death, and then someone shedding light on it, right? This could be going to a doctor's appointment, right? That someone says that, you know, if you don't start heeding the call of your wake-up call, you know, you might get sick or die. This could be any kind of counselor. It could be a grandparent. It could be a Virgo person, you know, shedding light, or a friend, okay? Or just two people who are making a truce, right? This one's bringing their flag and this one's bringing their light, right? They're making an exchange or a swap of energies. That could be that too. So instead of spending your money, since you're trying to save, this could be two people swapping services. So we have the World reversed here. Why? For Aquarius. We have the Tower. And there's the Sun reversed again. So maybe you're feeling like your world's upside down because you're stuck with the kids because they're not in school, and you need some time alone. But this is completion. This can be a Scorpio and a Pisces and a Leo as well. So, or maybe somebody's on the other side of the world right now. Maybe you're separated from your kids, or suddenly someone's mind is blown, or blows your world, blows your mind. Something out of this world. And that could be that drains your energy, or all of a sudden the kids are crazy. It's like kids jumping for joy, but in the reversed. Suddenly the kids are sick. Suddenly you're drained. Suddenly you feel burned. Sudden overexposure. Or literally this is an epiphany about the kids, or an epiphany about those things. And that's what completes your world, allowing yourself to have realizations, right? To connect in your heart space to your higher self. This could be, where you feel like all hell breaks loose out in the world. After you found peace, after being drained, finding peace in the world, and then all of a sudden the world's upside down again, you could feel that too. And it could just be you deal with your kids every day. If it's not one thing, it's another. So Pisces, the main cards, you have Aries reversed, Virgo or Gemini upright, Leo reversed, Pisces reversed, and that's it. So why does Aquarius have the Two of Wands for themselves? They need to choose a path. So the path thing came up early on in the read, right? You're choosing a path over here, or somebody else is, but here it's you choosing the path. So whether you're the King of Pentacles or you are the Knight of Swords, which Knight of Swords would make more sense, but you could be either. You are coming up as needing to choose a path, and you have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe these are your two choices. Do you want to go the path of inspiration, or do you want to go the path of just saving and being stable? And it can be a choice between two people as well. Your kids or a friend, or kids and your sister, or your kids and yourself, right? But this is the Knight, or the Page of Wands is all about being inspired. It's like a teenage boy on a date, He's ready to go, not quite sure of himself, but he knows he wants to do it, right? This also could be an older woman with a younger man. They may need to choose with that. So we have the Queen of Swords reversed. Why is that? Looking back, living in the past, and surrendering to it. Coming clean, getting clean, cleaning up the act, or cleaning out your space. So this could be you or someone else around you as the Queen of Swords. So if you're the masculine, this could be someone around you who's an air sign. So it could be Aquarius, but it could be Gemini and Libra as well. But this is someone definitely cleaning up their act, and it looks like it could be you. You have a path to choose, but you need to change something before you do. And then we have the Seven of Swords reversed, which is, again, coming clean, cleaning up the act. It's the same card as this one. And this one would normally be like ghosting someone if it was upright. Or maybe you did, and now you want to come back. Or coming clean about sneaking out. So it could be you or someone else, maybe a kid who comes clean about, or is blocked about coming clean about what they did. So why do the Seven of Swords reversed there for Aquarius? We have the Ace of Wands reversed and the Four of Cups reversed. So some kind of frustration with holding sex, perhaps. This is wanting to start over in love. So you may not want to be in the relationship you're in anymore, but you're not telling because you're afraid. You may be seeing synchronicities or having lots of options out there, or maybe you're afraid you don't have any, and the other person has a lot of options. But it looks like you want to start over in love, but you don't want to just ghost them. Maybe you did ghost them and you came back, or maybe you're about to ghost them, but you don't really want to do that. But you're afraid to come clean about what you really feel. I'm going to put these back, but these are the next cards coming out. There could be two kids involved here. Maybe you're going to leave. Maybe you're leaving kids behind, but you can't face them, but you have to leave. Maybe you're just not meant to be a parent, or maybe you feel like there's something that's calling you in your life that you have to do, and you may have to leave your kids behind. But this is about an awakening. It could be a bright idea. It could be a big ego as well. Yeah, I'm going to see if they come back out again. There could be someone jealous around, and like someone always, another child might be always asking you questions because they're so curious about learning, and maybe it's getting on your nerves. So why do we have the Page of Cups? Page of Cups. Well, that could be you because we have Aquarius there. We have the Knight of Wands reversed, which is, this could be a player energy or someone who has good intentions but falls short or never follows through, that like they always do that. Or this could be literally someone falling from grace, right? This is the star, and this is the person who falls off the horse. And this is Aquarius and Sagittarius there. So, and again, we have 2 kids coming up, or younger people. Knight of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Swords, which came up in the beginning of the read. So which one you are, I don't know. You could have fire in your chart. And we have the Page of Wands on you, which for me could be Aries, but it really could be any fire sign. So you could be part Earth and part Aries and part Aquarius as well. And so we have Aquarius, Sagittarius here, but this can be any fire sign. It doesn't have to be Sagittarius. And then we have air, right? So one kid may be good, but loves to talk. Just like I was just saying, someone might like to ask lots of questions, and the other one is always up to no good, right? Or, doing stupid things like teenagers out getting drunk or having sex or whatever it may be. But the Page of Cups reversed is, a loving child or a message of love. A message of love perhaps from a child about what the kids, maybe the kids are telling you what their dreams are, because you have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Let's see what's the Page of Pentacles. Well, the Page of Pentacles may be the one awakening and jealous, or being moody, feeling rejected, but they're both upright. So perhaps the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is loving. And again, these can be messages. Like this could be an invitation or an opportunity. And the Page of Cups is definitely a message of love, or a very loving child. It can be puppy love too. It can be literally a puppy, it can reference an animal that you love, or it can reference a new baby as well. But I'm not getting that with the knights there. It's like 2 siblings who are always going at it, like one's right and one's wrong. They're competing to be the star of the show, and these are like 2 kids trying, look at me, I'm so loving, look at me, I'm the good student. And this one may be jealous of the loving one, because the loving one's probably always loving. Well, it depends. It can go both ways. But this one's the one who's bright. But there's some jealousy there, or there's jealousy of the bright student here. So there's always wars between the kids, and then there's no peace for you, unless you're one of the kids. So why did the 6 of Swords reversed? Perhaps overworking, not working, or what you've been doing with them isn't working. And this is feeling like a failure. And it's interesting because I was doing some clearing yesterday that was coming up regarding mothers. Feeling like a failure, like they can never do anything right. So this could be that, or it could be doing things under the radar. It could be someone who's needy for attention all the time. Because this card looks very similar to this 6 of Swords. So there's no peace when you're not getting attention, or when a kid isn't getting attention. So who's the one who's really needy for attention all the time? So we have the Page of Pentacles coming up. They always want, look at me, look what I did. So they're always trying to please you by getting good grades, but they're not doing for the right reasons. It may be because they need attention constantly, and those, that could be end up, kids who hurt themselves because they're trying to please their parents so much, or just trying to be that perfect kid. So you might want to be aware of that. Even though they're upright, I'm getting that there's an issue here. Or the child feels like they can never do anything. It's either you or the child. Well, somebody feels like they can never do anything right. So what's coming up next for you as Aquarius is the 4 of Wands reversed. So that could be a move, just some instability at home. The home itself could be unstable and need work, or it can be a visit where you're going to stay somewhere else, somebody else's house perhaps, or it can be the end of a marriage as well, or a cancellation of a big party that you can't have. No peace about this, perhaps. And then we have recovering from exile, destitution, injury, or illness. And then we have the devil coming up. So this is addictions, codependencies, or a Capricorn person, which you have the King of Pentacles over here, so it could just be a Capricorn. So perhaps recovering in a move without peace. Maybe you couldn't move because of the restrictions right now. And then this is, again, up nights, not being able to sleep. I was just talking to my friend yesterday who hasn't been able to sleep for the past 3 days. And mine hasn't been terrible, but it's not been as good as usual. So maybe having trouble sleeping, and then of course we're not as clear-minded in thinking through things that we usually are. So someone could be suffering in silence or just up nights, headaches, purging, dealing with addiction or codependencies, or codependency to this Capricorn person, after recovering from a move or an end of a marriage. And then we have the Chariot reverse, which can be a lot of broken things. Could be on the warpath. Sorry about that. So this could be somebody on the warpath, chaos. This could be anything like break down, break up, break through, break in. This could be emergency to the hospital, but this is like chaos. You know, this is the chaos end of, this is about moving boldly forward in a great direction, being strong. Like, what, I'm ready to go, what's taking you so long? But here it's being stuck, and this can be the state of emergency also, where you're being restricted. So the restrictions that are going on right now may be affecting you more than other people. You may be wondering, why am I the only one who's affected by this? And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. So we're going to clarify these two. Why do we have the Four of Wands reversed? We have the King of Wands reversed and the Six of Cups reversed. So this could be a husband, and if you're a feminine Aquarius, it could be a husband and children who are unhappy. And there could be some kind of settling out or giving, constantly giving. Yeah, but they're over it. So it's settling out from something. Like I said, it could be a divorce or a break in a contract, or giving in to your kids, even, but not happy about it. There's a recovery here, though, after a move or after the end of a marriage or after having had to fix a house when you weren't planning to, feeling imprisoned, insecure, without tools, right? Feeling like your hands are tied, perhaps feeling like you're living with a manipulator, and trying to recover at the same time while you're in negative energy that you don't want to be in. And then here's the Ten of Cups reversed. There's an end of a family or emotional cycle. It's done. All right, so why do we have the devil there? Why is the devil there? And it just looks like the devil's waving hello. And this could be playing ball like sports, but also can be playing hardball. It can also be magnetizing money or the collective consciousness, the unity consciousness, trying to withhold time, money, and effort to magnetize to you the energy that you really do want. And it's like holding back, and then your addiction or your codependency shows up in waves, tempting you into your old ways when you've been so good, restricting yourself. Like someone shows up and tempts you. Or it's literally a Capricorn person who comes and you are being defensive of them, withholding time, money, and energy. And then we have someone who's impatient. This could be a fallen angel, losing your patience or no longer patient with them, being defensive. So you're being defensive to this Capricorn energy. You're no longer willing to give your time, money, and effort to them. You're just done. You're kind of sick of trying. And then we have suffering in silence, or up nights crying or purging, or just can't sleep. Let's see why. So it could be a third-party situation. This could be social distancing too, or just no social life, and you're not happy without being social, right? Because that's being happy and coming together with others, groups. And this is you either with negative influences around you. It can be a third-party situation. This also can be, people gossiping. It's negative people because they're not happy. This is happy, and this is not. They could be drinking too much too. That could be you. All right, this is the worst is over though. The worst is over, social distancing. And then we have the Chariot reversed. Why? And there's the Sovereign reverse. This is somebody who's dependent, or lost money, or feeling powerless, or maybe you lost your money, power, and independence, or this is your child who's constantly draining your resources because of the situation, because you're stuck. They have nothing else to do. So there is recovery again. It's the same card as here. You know, recovering from exile, injury, or, you know, perhaps feeling homeless or being stuck in a home and not being able to go out in the world. And then why do we have the Nine of Pentacles there at the end for you? Reaping the rewards of your efforts. So ultimately, somebody's enjoying their time alone and being independent. Someone is reaping the rewards of their efforts and sharing with others. And they're just over it. They're over grief, loss, regret, shame, guilt, whatever it is. They're over the past that they were obsessing about. This is somebody finding their independence, their sovereignty, whether it's you or one of your children, or seeing someone else, a friend or someone around you, being happy and doing what they want to do. There is energetic exchange here. This is the arrows of love going back and forth. It also can just be a lot of fast-paced communications. Again, letting go, not having a lot, but letting go. This could be a need to be more moderate with your money. Maybe you can't spend as much as you used to spend on your kids or yourself, and this needs to change. Maybe going back and forth is costing you more money because of the gas or whatever, and then you have feeling rejected, feeling vulnerable or shy. But this can be the opposite end of that coin too. This could be someone who's spoiled and entitled and spending money that you don't have. And here's like an unhappy Queen of Wands. So I don't know if you have fire in your chart, but if you do, okay. So there could be a breakup here, or it could be feeling a lack of love from your children because they're grumpy. The Queen of Wands, the next two cards, the Queen of Wands could be looking on at other women out doing their thing because she has kids and they don't. Or she could be, maybe she wants to go see someone. Here's someone who could speak to them. Maybe she wants to go see a counselor. Okay, this also can be your two kids who now have each other because they're older. They don't really want to talk to you. They're like, if they're older teens and they don't think their mother can relate because they know everything, right? This could be you being jealous of your children being together and them not wanting to spend time with you anymore as they're growing up. And there's the family, you know, treating them well. And this could be two people from a wealthy family that she could be part of. Or she's watching them and feeling like a third wheel. See? Because these two are talking, but she looks like she's left out of the conversation. And there's definitely a lack of affection here or a breakup going on. And there's three women, but they're all upright, so that's good. And it's like a stellium of good cards here at the end. And we have the Chariot and then the Wheel of Fortune. So something all of a sudden releases and you move forward, or the family does. This could be a business or community too. It doesn't have to be the family. Where everyone's now getting along at work or in the community, and now that you can go out in the world again and there's a turn for the better. So things are going to look up for you, so you just have to hang in there. The bottom of the deck, so going into this read, is the Emperor reversed and the Hierophant upright. There may be religious and state differences between you at work or you and family. This could be someone dumped for sure. Okay, so at the new moon perhaps, or deception, or up, you know, in the early morning hours. This is feeling dumped, purging in the dumps. This could be purging out any liquids. It could be sweating too much, peeing too much, bleeding too much, throwing up too much, but push to your emotional limits, and then boom, all of a sudden things change, and we have the Empress upright, the Hierophant upright, but the Emperor is reversed. So there may be someone in between you, whether it's a Taurus in between here or a religious person who's mediating a couple here. All right, that's where we're coming into this relationship. But there might be there's a difference in church and state beliefs, and perhaps at home or at a business where maybe you just don't see eye to eye anymore. So I'm going to pull you a card from the energy deck too. So again, it looks like, I don't know, there could be a breakup for some. Some it could just be dealing with your kids growing up, or kids trying too hard because you're not hearing them or they're not hearing you. Someone needs to choose a new path and they need to do it on their own. Maybe you're trying to get your kids to not involve you in them starting new things, doing it on their own. But the Magician in the middle of the read, and it could be you, it could be somebody else. waving their magic wand, but keeping their cards close to their chest. But the world is reversed here, so I'm not that just might mean that you're almost at the end of the cycle. You just have to hang in there a bit further and things will turn around. So it's just being patient too. So for Aquarius, you have the man holding a heart. So if you're the masculine Aquarius, or if you're the feminine Aquarius, there may be a man who's holding his heart who could be grieving right now with the 45 of the 5 of Cups, grieving loss, shame, guilt, the past, and now letting go. And we have indecision. So it looks like the masculine energy is indecisive. There's a lot of red energy. There needs to be more of a strong foundation within themselves and then within any kind of relationship. Okay. There's a need to choose. And somebody's sad. So do I stay or do I go is what I'm hearing. And again, the first shot, it's all about the foundation, safety and security issues. Like scared, you might not want to be in a situation anymore, but you're scared to leave the security of it, whether it's just the money, the home, the children, that kind of stuff. So that's what looks like is coming up. So whether that's you or the other person, it can go both ways. But we're going to cross that bridge when we get to it. There's a storm warning. It's as you cross the bridge, though, is when the storm comes in. But it like clears the path for the woman with holding a heart. So you start out with a man with a heart and you end up with the woman with the heart. So this could also be for the masculine Aquarius and then for the feminine Aquarius. Okay, so they could be two separates, or they could be all, this could all be for you. The masculine needs to build a strong foundation and make a decision. The feminine needs to allow herself to go into the storm to get out to the other side. She has to be not afraid to face the storm. He's afraid to lose the security. She's afraid to face the storm. And then we have the 4th chakra Archangel Raphael at the bottom, 38, which is the Queen of Cups, and the heart chakra. So it's about just getting into your heart. Behind that was you were seeing a large perspective, and that was coming up a lot last week. So gaining a larger perspective, not only in your own life, but the whole world, what they're going through, and then going into your heart space to be more, finding your stability there. Because remember, the heart is your home, not your home. Yeah, to get it, to step away and get a broader perspective. So I hope that was helpful for you, Aquarius. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, and rise and be loved. Be good to yourself. All will be okay. Hang in there.